Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms is voicing concerns about the upcoming NBA All-Star Weekend, which her city is scheduled to host amid the pandemic at the beginning of March. Tickets will not be sold for any All-Star events, include the game on March 7th, which was relocated from Indianapolis to reduce the risk of coronavirus infection. People should not travel to Atlanta to party, she said in a statement to the Associated Press, stressing that this is not a public event. Under normal circumstances, we would be extremely grateful for the opportunity to host the NBA All-Star Game, but this is not a typical year, Bottoms continued. I have shared my concerns related to public health and safety with the NBA and Atlanta Hawks. We are in agreement that this is a made-for-TV event only, and people should not travel to Atlanta. Meanwhile, the San Antonio Spurs season is now on hiatus after 4 unidentified players tested positive for coronavirus. COVID-19 infections had been a bigger obstacle when the delayed season began in December, but things were improving in recent weeks until San Antonio's. In the most recent round of testing, between February 3rd and February 10th, the NBA screened 470 players, only one of whom turned out to be positive. However, things have only gotten worse since last week. The NBA has postponed 5 more games, the next 3 for the Spurs, at Cleveland on Wednesday, at New York on Saturday and at Indiana on Monday, as well as the next 2 for the Charlotte Hornets while contact tracing is complete. The Hornets were scheduled to play host to Chicago on Wednesday and Denver on Friday. Their games have been halted because they were the last team to play the Spurs, losing to them on Sunday. The league is reviewing data to see if any Hornets may have been exposed to someone who tested positive for COVID-19. A process that share this article. Share Charlotte's next possible game is now Saturday at home against Golden State, in what would be Warriors guard Stephen Curry's annual return to North Carolina, where San Antonio's next possible game is February 24th at Oklahoma City, meaning the Spurs will have more than a week between contests, joining Washington and Memphis as teams to endure such a situation. The NBA told teams Monday that strict protocols will be in place for the All-Star events. Players will be allowed a very limited number of guests. All participants must travel to Atlanta by private car or plane, and for the most part players will be allowed to leave their hotels only for All-Star events at the arena. Tickets will not be sold. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported earlier this week that some vaccinated frontline workers will be invited to attend, but there will not be events for the general public, an obvious change from past All-Star weekends, which tend to attract tens of thousands of fans for the game, parties and atmosphere. Bottoms also said there will be no NBA-sanctioned events open to the public and that the city strongly encourages local businesses to host events in the city related to this game. The postponements announced Tuesday push the total of games that have been moved back this season because of positive tests or contact tracing issues to 29, including the Spurs game at Detroit that was to have been played. The NBA called the game off on Monday. The NBA does not reveal which players tested positive, but its announcement of the latest postponements said the Spurs had positive tests among players, and did not mention coaches. The Spurs were without guard Quindary Weatherspoon for their game Sunday against Charlotte because of the league's COVID-19 protocols. Weatherspoon had played 10 minutes on Friday in Atlanta, then was flagged by the protocols over. Being ruled out because of the protocols can suggest any number of things, including a positive test, a suspected positive test or contact tracing data showing that a player may have been exposed to a person with COVID-19.